wanted to do bookish things at the book thing. The book thing is open today, and so I wanted to pass, like I said, my flyers out and look at a couple things. So that's where I'm on my way to. I'm really excited. I'm happy about that. The ending to Dead of Winter was so freaking good. When I get done at the book thing today, I am going to hurry up and get home and record a video. I wanted to go to the book thing, pass out my flyers, and record a video today of what I got there and from the library, because I never did share my library haul. So I'm going to just do it all in one video and just have a big fun video and make a big fun day of it today. Yay! I'm excited. So I'm ready for that. I'm gonna get me some coffee on the way home, and I'll keep you posted. I did bookish things at the book thing, honey. I had a ball. Didn't I say I wasn't gonna get many books? I got 19. Stop. I had a ball. At least they were all free. Honey, I had to find me a cup of coffee too. I hadn't had a cup all day, and I was sounding like SpongeBob. I need it. I found me, and now I am ready to go in the house. I'm exhausted. I am so tired. Well, it wasn't too terribly hot, and the buses ran pretty good today. But I got me some pizza and some drinks and stuff. I can't wait to go in there and share with you what I have. I found so many good fun, like V.C. Andrews, a lot of vintage fantasy. That's my favorite thing to do when I go to the book thing, is to just try to find as much vintage as I can, especially vintage fantasy. So much fun. So I'm on my way in the house now. It's about to be a long video, but it's gonna be fun. Get your snacks, get your coffee, get your water, get your drinks. I got a vitamin water, that acai blueberry one. That is so good. So I got me a nice vitamin water. I need it. I've been sweating bullets, even though it wasn't too bad, and I wasn't, on the bus stop for too long. It's still a hot one. It's still a scorcher. So I needed the vitamin water to replenish my minerals and vitamins. But yeah, needed me a cup of coffee, honey. If I could pour the caffeine directly into my eyeballs, I would. I'll see you in a few. And I forgot to show you what I have on today. I look cute. It's a Reading Rainbow shirt. Take a look. It's in our book, A Reading Rainbow. The Reading Rainbow, my rainbow, reading rainbow. Ain't that how I go? Ain't that what she say? Something like that, honey. I don't never know the words to no songs, but I think that's how that one go. I love this shirt though. It's one of my favorites. And I thought it was pretty on theme for today, for my bookish things at the book thing day. Yay! All right, welcome to Scented Pages. Welcome back to my channel, baby. I have the books that I got from the book thing, and I want to talk about them, show you what I got. I'm not going to share, well, it's quite a few of them. I was about to say I wasn't going to share all of them, but I might as well, since, why not? I've got quite a few here. Yesterday, I said I was going to try to do it all in one day, come home and make my video too. The lies I told. Because when I came home after I ate and scrolled on Facebook and got a little more relaxed, honey, I got so sleepy and tired. It's just something about the heat. The heat is just, it's just exhausting. It's like that heat just takes so much out of you. Goodness gracious. In the summertime, I got one activity a day in me because that summertime sun is for the birds. So I was exhausted when I came in and after I ate. So I took me a nap and went to work. So I'm back today, ready to talk about what I got yesterday. I'm so excited because I got quite a few things here. I got a lot of V.C. Andrews. I just grabbed every V.C. Andrews book that I saw. All of them. I got 6 of them here. 6 V.C. Andrews. I've got some fantasy and some thrillers. 1 urban fiction that I was able to find, and then 3 regular novels. I don't really know that they really fall into a category besides just fiction novels. So yeah. All right. So I think that I want to tackle the V.C. Andrews pile first because I really did not look to see what they were about. I just grabbed them and I was like, look, at least I'll have them. And then if I don't like them, or if I read the synopsis or start to read the first few pages and I'm not liking how it's gone, I can just take it to the little free library down the street. It's no biggie. So here we go. All right, V.C. Andrews. Now you know that she's the lady who wrote Flowers in the Attic. You know what I didn't know? Fun fact about her, what I learned is that not long after Flowers in the Attic and that whole series, the real V.C. Andrews passed away. And they have been every book after that, like early in her career, she passed. And every book after that has been written by a ghostwriter or somebody else that's not really her. Who thought? But I like her because she's a good vintage author. All of her, like a lot of her stuff, I'm not gonna say all of it, but a lot of her stuff is like written back in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. And that's always fun for me. I enjoy that. I think it was something else I was getting ready to say about her. Oh, no. What I was getting ready to say about the book thing. I had the bookish things at the book thing yesterday. I've been saying that for 2 days now. But most of the books there are older vintage books. I mean, you might find a few that are new or up to date, but mainly you're gonna get into your vintage bag, which is fun. I love it. I love it. So I got quite a few old fantasies and stuff like that. I've got my blueberry acai water from yesterday that I never did finish. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna go get my coffee too. Back. Got my coffee. I got a cold coffee. Lord knows I'm sleepy and I need the little pick me up to get me through this video. So let's get started finally. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. Sounding like SpongeBob, like I was yesterday. What did he say? Did he say I'm excited? No, he was saying I'm ready. And that's what he always say. I'm ready. That and I need it. Okay, I'm ready. V.C. Andrews, Pearl in the Mist. The second novel in the exciting new V.C. Andrews series, a young girl growing up in the Louisiana bayou discovers she has another family. Even after living there for a year, 16-year-old Ruby Dumas still wonders at the splendor of her father's New Orleans mansion and rejoices in the warmth of his love. But true happiness eludes her, for Ruby must carefully avoid a venomous enemy, her stepmother, who cringes and sneers at Ruby's backwater upbringing. And Ruby's every effort to befriend her crippled twin sister, Giselle, is answered with bitterness. Being sent off to idyllic Greenwood,
The exclusive girls' boarding school seems to promise some peace, but Ruby's kind isn't welcome at Greenwood, and the legendarily strict headmistress Mrs. Ironwood plots with Ruby's stepmother to make her life miserable. Still, Ruby never loses hope until a tragedy leaves her alone in a world that never really wanted her. Yeah, see, I'm looking forward to that. The thing about V.C. Andrews is that it's going to be juicy. Melody by V.C. Andrews. Look at this back cover. It's pretty. Where's the copyright on some of these? I wonder when some of these were actually published. This was published in 1996. And this one, 94. Okay. All right. Melody by V.C. Andrews. A haunting, enchanting novel of a lovely young girl emerging from a cocoon of lies. Melody introduces the irresistible New Logan family series of V.C. Andrews. Growing up in a hardscrabble West Virginia mining town, Melody Logan often wished her flighty movie star gorgeous mother, Haley, I think that's how you pronounce it, wasn't so unhappy. But the warmth of her wonderful father's unwavering love made Melody always feel safe and secure until a dreadful mining accident took his life. Melody was still devastated by her father's death when she came home from school to find her mother gaily packing suitcases. Haley wanted to try her luck as a model or actress, but first they would stop on Cape Cod to visit with Melody's father's family, the family of which he had never spoken. Melody was both excited and apprehensive about meeting her family. While dour Bible spouting Uncle Jacob did little to ease her fears, Aunt Sarah, though oddly nervous, was more welcoming. Melanie had barely met her cousins, handsome Carrie and May, a sweet deaf 10-year-old, when her mother told her she was to remain on the Cape. Marooned among virtual strangers, Melody feels utterly alone, but at school, when vicious gossips taunted her with ugly rumors, she found an unexpected ally in Carrie. And on Melody's first desperately uncomfortable visit with her tyrannical grandmother Olivia and grandfather Samuel, it was Carrie who finally began to reveal the truth about her parents, a story of defiant love that only deepened her confusion. Yet Melody knew nothing of the dark deceptions that would soon surface, or of the betrayals she would face before she glimpses the faint lights of a safe harbor. Also sounds interesting. Hidden Leaves by V.C. Andrews. After the tragic death of her adoptive father, Willow De Beers receives an unexpected gift, a family diary that unlocks all the secrets of her world and shatters the life she's known in glitzy Palm Beach, Florida. At last, Willow learns the identity of her real father and unearths his secret love affair with her real mother. She discovers the reasons for her adoptive mother's cruelty and the truth about the mysterious woman who couldn't keep her but would love her forever. Okay. This girl on here looks like the actress Natalie Portman to me. Look at her. Get away from my straw. Here's her. Why are you trying to sniff my straw for, Tiki Pieces? She looks like Natalie Portman to me. Say hi, Tito. I can never have no privacy. Move up my camera. You terrible. All right. This is Twilight's Child. You silly boy. Twilight's Child. At last, Dawn can create a haven of warmth and love for her beautiful baby girl Christy and her darling Jimmy. Dawn is a huge success as the new owner of the Cutler's Cove Hotel, and soon she and Jimmy will be blessed with a child of their own. Yet Dawn cannot quell her forebodings of evil. She can sense Grandmother Cutler's presence everywhere, can feel her bitter hatred as if the old lady plotted her vengeance from the grave. When Dawn discovers that her brother Philip still clings to his mad, shameful passion for her, she is heart-stricken. Her spiteful, jealous sister Clara is far easier to ignore until the day Clara's childish rage explodes into violence, destroying Dawn's most cherished, precious dream. Then Christy's father, debonair singing star Michael Sutton, returns. Now, as the heartaches and scandals of the past threaten to engulf her, Dawn must fight for her steadfast Jimmy. For only with Jimmy's love can she find the rainbow at the end of the storm. That sounds good too. I like that a lot of her books are like domestic stuff going on around the house type things. Not necessarily, I wouldn't call it a domestic thriller, but just familial goings-ons, and that's always interesting to me. Shooting Star, I guess this is part of a series. Ice. Yes, second in a dazzling new series. Ice hide. And this is pretty. She's a pretty black girl in there. Ice hides from the world behind a shield of silence, and that is what her mother hates about her. All she wants is a normal daughter who wears makeup and sexy clothes to attract boys. But Ice gets her chance to shine when she reveals her beautiful singing voice. And her extraordinary gift may become her saving grace when tragedy and deception almost destroy her dreams. Shooting Stars. Okay. It says, look inside for thrilling excerpts from Rose, the next Shooting Stars novel. Okay. I think this is part of a series about girls who like to sing or stars in some sort of way. Sounds interesting. Cool. Cheeto, you are just really. He is terrible. Move out the way, beat. Gates of Paradise. The car crash that killed Heaven and Logan left Annie Castile Stonewall orphaned and crippled. Whisked off to Farthingale Manor by the possessive Tony Tatterton, Annie pines for her lost family, but especially for Luke, her half-brother. It's not a half-brother. Why are you pining for your half-brother? There's always something incestuous going on with V.C. Andrews, too. I noticed that, too, about her. Terrible. Friend of her childhood, her fantasy prince, her loving confidant, without the warm glow of Luke's love, she is lost in the shadows of despair. When Annie discovers Troy's cottage hidden in Farthingale's woods, the mystery of her past deepens. And even as she yearns to see Luke again, her hopes and dreams are darkened by the sinister Castile spell. Treacherous, powerful, and evil. I can't wait to get into V.C. Andrews. I really like her. Okay, so let's do the fantasy books next. I have 4 of them. This one was like the most interesting one to me. A Tapestry of Magics. It says, Crashmore was fed up with nightly deeds of daring do. None of his efforts had changed his reputation for cowardice and wild irresponsibility, so why bother? He'd been forbidden to love Willow, weaver of the prophetic tapestry, and exiled here in the Beyonds with the other lost boys. He figured he might as well enjoy it. That wasn't easy in the Beyonds, however. There, almost anyone or anything might wander in from any of the realities of time and space. And when it wasn't an invading army of lizard riders, it would probably be some cunning damsel in distress to trap an unwary knight. The trouble was that Sir Crashmore had an unfortunate talent for getting himself into the very center of any trouble that might come along. If it couldn't be found in the Beyonds, he'd find it in the Singularity. And there, it was big trouble indeed. You just doing the most. All right, the Reluctant Knight. That sounds... Oh no, a Tapestry of Magics. Well, why does it say a Reluctant Knight on top there? Hey, it says a Reluctant Knight at the top. But beyond the realities, the center of the... Yeah, this sounds nice. Like this is going to be Tapestry of Magics. For Chris and an unslain dragon. Oh, this one was what caught my attention. This was so funny to me. Cat scratch fever. Look at the big cat. Anything that has to do with cats automatically catches my eye. I think this name is pronounced Sia. It's spelled Tsia. I'm gonna say Sia. Had dreamed all her life of becoming a guide, attuned to her world through a telepathic gate to another life form. And now, after years of preparation, she had at last taken the guide virus that would mutate her body to create the gate she so desperately craved. But the longed-for gate brought Sia only pain, for the life form her virus had chosen for her was the one life form that was forbidden, the felines, who had scouted the planets for the first droppers, and in exchange had been promised their freedom forever from human domination. Sia could hear the cats and sense them telepathically, but by the laws of the Guide Guild and the First Landing Pact, she could never call to the cats, never speak with them, never approach them. But then, capture and imprisonment, torture and slavery took the place of an empty future. Suddenly, Sia's only hope lay with her gate, and once she had touched the cats, there would be no turning back. Not the cats! You hear that, GTBCs? I'm gonna be reading about some cats. Don't that sound fun? And then this was a fantasy about the fairies, the fae. It's called it's the first book of the Fae, The Sacrifice. Legendary for their bloodlust, sorcery, and fierce dark beauty, the Fae have swept across 3 continents and never faced defeat. But now, in defiance of their Black King, the warrior Prince Rugar, and his fearless daughter Jewel, have marshaled an invasion force to meet its ultimate challenge, Blue Isle, glistening beyond impregnable rocks and raging waters. A people of simplicity and faith, Untainted by intrigue, enchantment, or war, the Blue Islanders have never before been invaded. But their young prince, Nicholas, dreams of battle and will rally his countrymen against the onslaught of the Fae, even as the islanders discover a deadly, undreamed of power of their own. So begins a conflict that must ultimately destroy one race or the other, or both. Absorbing and fast paced, vibrating with unforgettable characters caught in a web of heroism and treachery, savage magic, and holy mystery, The Fae is the brilliant new fantasy epic from an exciting young talent. Yay! By Christine Catherine Roosh. Christine Catherine Roosh, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Next, I have stickers on this one for the author. I think it's Donnie August. Impossible Things. I think it's by Donnie Willis. I can't get this sticker off. Oh no. Oh no, it's not by Donnie Willis. It's by Ani Willis. Oh, wait. Connie Willis. By Connie Willis. Goodness. It says, winner of 6 Nebula and 2 Hugo Awards for her fiction, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it says, here are 11 of her finest stories. Surprising tales in which the impossible becomes real, the real becomes impossible, and strangeness lurks at every turn. The end of the world comes not with a bang, but a series of whimpers over many years. In The Last of the Winnebagos, the terror of pain and dying gives birth to a startling truth about the nature of the stars, a principle known as the Schwarzschild radius. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of this, but this is just an anthology of stories, of science fiction stories. Sounds interesting. I just figured I'd give it a try. Alright, so that was all of fantasy. Next, let's do thriller. I got a little bit of all of my favorite genres. Got 3 thrillers. Undone by Michael Kimball. Late one night, Sal Erickson's best friend calls him outside for a walk by the river. Who do you trust? He asks Sal. Who would you trust with your life? It is this fateful question that will send Sal's precariously balanced life spinning out of control, propelling him into a strangely irresistible arena of passion and violence. For Bobby Swift and his stunningly seductive wife, Noelle, are planning the scam of the century, and Sal, against his will, is about to be entangled in their plans. Not the entanglement. Honey, I would get from around them people. You're supposed to be able to trust your best friend. What you mean? Who do you trust, and who would you trust with your life? Nigga, you! Terrible. Now, this one, I had gotten this book many months ago before at the library. It was recommended to me by the librarian, but I don't think I had time or desire to really get into it. But when I came across it again, Dirty White Boys by Stephen Hunter, when I came across it again at the book thing yesterday, I kind of went through the pages again, and I was kind of skimming through some of it, and a lot of it was catching my eye, and I was like, okay, for the free 99, let me put it in my bag and see what I can do. So I said I will give this another try. It's not that I didn't like it or DNF'd it before. I just really never got around to it. So I was actually glad that I saw it again and that it's looking like it's going to be pretty good. It says, armed to the teeth, Lamar and his boys have cut a path of terror across the Southwest and pushed one good cop into a crisis of honor and conscience. Trooper Bud Pewty should have died once at the hands of these ex-cons. Now they're about to meet again. This time, only one of them will walk away. I remember the librarian said that this book reminded her of, like, if you liked S.A. Cosby books, then you would like this book. And I think that it's kind of similar to Razorblade Tears, with like a similar themes of like a southern black cop in a town that's like predominantly white, blah blah blah, something like that. Seems like it's gonna be interesting. Cold Stone by C.J. Box. I see him a lot on Amazon, and I've never gotten around to reading him. He has a lot of daggone books. Everything about the rich stranger is a mystery. The massive isolated ranch in the remote Black Hills of Wyoming, the women who live with him, the secret philanthropies, the private airstrip, the sudden disappearances, and especially the persistent rumors that the man's wealth comes from killing people. Joe Pickett, still officially a game warden, but now mostly a troubleshooter for the governor, is assigned to find out the truth. But he finds out a lot more than he's bargained for. There are two other men living up at that ranch. One is a stone cold killer who takes an instant dislike to Joe. He doesn't frighten Joe at all. The other man is another story. Not the other man is who gives him the willies. We'll see. And then I've got 3 regular degulars. The Good Mother by Sue Miller. I've heard of her, but I've never gotten to read her or owned any of her books. Let me see when this was published. 1986. Ooh. It says, recently divorced, Anna Dunlap had 2 passionate attachments. To her daughter, 4-year-old Molly, and to her lover, Leo, the man who made her feel beautiful and sexual for the first time. They were a magical threesome, a little drunk on happiness and passion. Anna never expected the shocking changes that would threaten her new love, her new family, that would force her to prove she's a good mother. Okay, excuse me. All right. Sounds interesting. Again, we'll see. Now, this is Belinda by Anne Rice. I love a good Anne Rice too. I've got what is the Feast of All Saints up there. I like that. And she also did Interview with the Vampire. So this one, Belinda, this one was kind of putting me in the mind of Lolita. It says, because you'll see why in a second. It says, Belinda is the ultimate fantasy, a golden-haired object of desire, fresh and uninhibited. But to Jeremy Walker, a handsome and famous 44-year-old illustrator of children's books, Belinda is a forbidden passion. She's sweet 16 and the most seductive woman he's ever known. Bewitching, beguiling. She's not a woman. She's a 16-year-old child. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Belinda is uniquely sensual, provocative, a compelling blend of romance and mystery. Belinda is erotic, rich, a lusty contemporary novel. We shall see about that one, because if it's giving creepalicious the way that Lolita is for a lot of people, I ain't never read Lolita, but if it's giving creepy like that, I'm gonna stick it right in that free library. We'll see, because what you mean she's 16 and he's 44? We'll see. And then this one, we're almost done. Wife by Bharati Mukherjee. And it says, Dimple Dasgupta had set her heart on marrying a neurosurgeon, but her father was looking for engineers in the matrimonial ads. So begins the weary story of an obedient daughter of middle-class Indian parents who is about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Hastily married off to Amit Basu, an engineer about to immigrate to the United States, Dimple, that's a cute name, dreams of a glamorous existence in the New World, but she finds America both more and less than she bargained for. Driven first to shock and then to despair. Stop! Cheeto! Goodness. Driven first to shock and then to despair, Dimple lives in a waking dream. And when her fantasies take a violent turn, she wonders where wishes end and reality begins. This early novel by the author of The Middleman and Other Stories, which won the National Book Circle Award, is filled with the sly observations and haunting irony that have become the trademark of one of the most original writers of our time. I like a book set in other countries. I had went for a long time. I was reading a lot of books set in the Middle East and Afghanistan and some of the other places, and it was very interesting learning about those women's lives and the things that they experience. It was good. That's one of the main reasons why I read and why I like to read stories from different women and different people from all over, so that I can get that experience. Good. All right. And last but not least, the only urban fiction that I got. Is It a Crime? That sounded like that Sade song. How her song go? Is it a crime? Do do do. Is it a crime that I still want you? Hey, and I want you to want me too. Ooh. That cover is quite cute. All right, let me hurry up so that I can let him out. Goodness gracious. Mike Black has it all: money, power, and everyone's respect. His violent rise to power earned him the name Vicious Black. Although he has everything he's ever wanted, none of it seems to matter. He becomes enchanted with Cassandra Sims. To her, selling drugs is strictly business, never personal. When an attempt is made on her life, Mike rescues her and becomes her protector. On the trail of her attacker, their relationship develops with an intriguing journey through Washington, D.C., Miami Beach, and the Bahamas in the backdrop. The pursuit leads them back to New York City, where all the pieces to the puzzle come together. Is It a Crime creates an exciting blend of danger, mystery, and passion, and turns these powerful elements into an explosive tale. This story does more than move, it gyrates. The reader is taken to emotional heights rarely accomplished. It is a must-read. Sounds good. You had me at gyrate. Sounds good. Well, that's it. That's all of them. Quite a few, as you can see. I'm excited because at least I have more space nowadays to put my things. And I was able to give out quite a few flyers yesterday when I went to the book thing. So that was fun. I hope that I get some new subscribers from it and that my efforts were not in vain. So that's going to be it for me. I'm going to wrap up this chaotic little video and see y'all next time.